Hi, my name is Chris Ryan. Thank you for joining me here at the Forest of Arden. Today's video showing you how to deal better with pressure situations on the golf course. So welcome back to the Forest of Arden, and we are talking about shots that you need to hit on the golf course when there is pressure. Now, for different people, pressure will be different, or it will mean something different. So if we look at the top golfers, it could be having to hit this shot onto the green on the last hole of the Ryder Cup to win the trophy. It could well be hitting this shot to win your first European Tour event. It could be hitting the green to try and get your handicap down. It could just be hitting the first tee shot on that round of golf when there's 10, 15 people watching. For each golfer, it's going to mean something different. What we do know, however, the commonality across these things is you need to be able to deal with that. You need to be able to conduct yourself as you would in a normal situation. This is something, unfortunately, we don't see golfers do too well. I'm sure you've been there, I've been there, we've all been there. You know you can hit the shot, but it's a pressure situation. You feel different over the golf ball and you don't make what you'd class as your normal golf swing. The result is often poor. It's important to remember, though, the things that we go through in this video, these techniques have to be practiced. The more you find yourself in these situations, the more you're going to understand how you best deal with them. So let's quickly go through what we've got here. How far have I got? 100, well, it's 201 to the middle, so I'm a little bit forward of that. So I reckon I've got 190 yards to the flag. So the first thing you need to do in order to deal with this situation much better is to plan out the shot. There's nothing worse than having to hit a shot under severe pressure when you don't feel particularly comfortable with the information that you've got. You don't maybe know how far the bunker is, or I don't really know how far the flag is, or can this club go longer the green? That's going to add doubt. So I've already done my planning. I know that 190 yards, this hole is playing downhill. I reckon that flag is about 180, 185 yards. I know that with my 7-iron, I can't go long of this green, so I can't hit my 7-iron long. I also know that a good solid 7-iron, even if I slightly underhit it, will reach the front of the green. So I've got confidence in the golf club that I'm using. I know how far it is to the flag. I know how far it is to the back of the green. I know how far it is to the front of the green. I need that information in order to commit to this shot. That's number one. Number two would be, I do not want to do anything different in this shot than I would normally do. So, for example, if I'm a drawer of the golf ball, which I am, I've played, this is the 15th, I've played the round drawing the golf ball. I don't suddenly want to go, do you know what, looks like I could fade that in there. Don't do something that you're not comfortable. Stick with what you know. Stick with your normal shot shape. You're going to be more familiar with that. That's going to help you when you have to execute the shot. Trying different things is never going to end well when you're in a pressure situation. That is for the practice area. So I'm going to use a shot and a swing that I know I'm comfortable with. I've planned the shot out. I know that I can get this golf ball onto that green with this club. It's not going to go long. It's not going to go short. The second thing would be to just go through your full routine. Whatever you've done up to this point in the round, do the same here. Don't change it. Don't rush. Don't get quicker. So for me, it would be normally a couple of practice swings here. And that would be my normal routine. I'm going to do that normal routine as I would. The other thing that I would get you to do would be just before you hit the shot, and we're going to do this in a minute from behind the golf ball, is take a deep breath, which we'll go through, and just tell yourself that you've done this before. It's so important just to kind of settle you down and say, do you know what? I've hit this shot before. This is not something I haven't done in practice. It's not something I can't do. I have done it before, therefore I can do it again. So the last thing would be, once you had your little routine, you're going to take a deep breath and you're going to tell yourself what we've just said. So let me just go through what I would do here, and it'll make a bit more sense as I do this. So I've got my club, I've planned out the shot. I'm going to do my little practice swings. This should be my normal routine. I would stand here. Big deep breath, big breath in, big breath out, gets myself settled. And as I'm standing here, I'm saying, right, I can do this shot. I've hit this shot before. Now I have to imagine there is a white line across here. Once I step over that line, it is 100% commitment. So I've got myself here, I'm telling myself I can do that, step across this line and 100% commit. That's a little left of the flag, but it should be on the green. And if I was in the Ryder Cup and I had to hit it on the green, I've just done that, okay? Now, I'll be honest, there wasn't quite as much pressure on this shot because it wasn't the Ryder Cup, but if it was, I would do that exact routine. So Nothing technical in here, nothing that you can do technically which is going to help you deal better with those tricky situations. You just have to practice it. You have to go through good routines, get yourself in that situation as many times as you can, get used to dealing with that situation, and I guarantee you the more times you're there, the more times you do it, you will deal with those situations much better. But as I say, right at the start, we've all been there, haven't we? We feel pressure and we just hit a terrible shot and you think to yourself, I would never have done that in practice, or if those people weren't standing there. We've got to get to the point where we don't capitulate that way and sort of fall apart. Deal with them. You'll be a much better golfer for it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope there were some things in there that you can take practically to your next round of golf, and certainly use those next time you feel a little bit of pressure out on the golf course. Thanks for watching. Usual stuff is down below. There's a comments box down there. Let me know what you did think of this video. Like button, give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and the logo over there, my logo, clicking on that will allow you to be a free subscriber. Would love to have you along for the journey. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here again soon.